Greg, this is just a phenomenal week, isn't it, really? You and I suppose, are extremely excited, but so too are many others, and there's just so much to look forward to.
Well, it's gratifying when you can be at the stage of your career that I am, and you still get excited to see these world-class horses fly in and arrive safely and settle into their new surroundings here at Sha Tin, and then just to see them come out on the track and forget being a racing administrator, just a lover of horses and of world horse racing. The future of racing around the world is dependent upon people embracing international competition, and some of the stories and the journeys of the horses that arrived here are really gratifying. You spoke to John Quinn, the trainer of Highfield Princess, before. Great story. Aidan O'Brien has arrived this morning. He's down in quarantine. His horses will be out shortly. And of course the Japanese horses here in number, and just looking at some of these equine athletes on the track, it's awe-inspiring.
It certainly is. No, I think you've hit the nail on the head there, and I think just on screen there we've got Danon the Kid, who will line up for Japan. Let's perhaps just look at a Japanese angle, if we may, given that they're out on the track. Always great to get their support. I feel that they've sent a pretty strong team this year, though they do most years.
Well, Moto-san from JRA here in Hong Kong said this is the most Japanese horses that we've had actually going into the races. They're well represented in the sprint. Mad Cool and Jasper Crone, both of whom were competitive in a busy finish of the Sprinter Stakes. Jasper Crone travelled to Santa Anita and got it wrong on the day, so he's a promising sprinter. And Mad Cool worked very well this morning, just a couple of minutes ago. Well presented in the mile, the winner of the last 2 mile championships. Seraphos and Namur. Soul Rush, I think, is going to emerge out of that run behind Namur and be very competitive. So they're well placed in the mile. Really pleasing we've got a full field to take on Golden 60. I was a little bit worried the world might be gun shy from Golden 60, but they're here to make that a great race. Extremely exciting to have Prognosis here in the Cup, taking on Romantic Warrior and also Luxembourg and a host of others. And as always in the bars, Sharia, he looks a monster. Japanese Derby winner as a 3-year-old, Ashima Classic winner last year. Second in a Japan Cup, third in a Japan Cup, and he comes here after running third to Auguste Rodin in the Breeders' Cup Turf. And the X factor out of all of this is Hiro Tanaka, the youngest trainer ever to get a licence in Japan. He trains Lemon Pop, the highest performed Japanese horse on dirt, and he brings Rusham Park for the Cup and Lebanon Still for the Vars, Damien Lane and Joe Moreira respectively. It's a really impressive lineup from Japan.
I always find, Greg, I mean, I spoke to some of our Japanese sort of media friends maybe last year or the year before, and posed the question that they seem to travel as a team, don't they? It's always Team Japan, and I think from what I've learned is that sort of those that have been go back, tell everybody else and say, look, you sort of got to get yourself to Hong Kong, and that's what they do.
They do. They're extraordinarily professional, and just another example of that is Hiro Tanaka, who I just spoke about. He came to Hong Kong 4 weeks ago. He looked at the facilities, he looked at the track, he walked the track, he came racing here, and he locked his 2 in. A lot of repeat business from the Japanese, and as you say, some new ones turning up. They have made such an impact on world racing over the last decade. Originally by just dominating the Japan Cup against the world's best, and now they are the world's best, and they're travelling to take on the rest of the world. To see Aidan O'Brien here so early in the week, the first time he's ever been represented across the 4 races. Luxembourg, Romantic Warrior, Prognosis is going to be a mouth-watering contest in the Hong Kong Cup, and I'm in love with a horse called Horizon Doré. He is a horse who will take racing by storm next year. Rated 120 already as a 3-year-old. Lovely that the family took up the challenge. They bought Ace Impact prior to the Arc. He's now away at stud, but for continuity and for racing fans, Horizon Doré is going to be a horse that will be on the world stage for a couple of years and give racing fans around the world plenty of excitement. And Monsieur Fabre, great to see him back with Tribalist in the mile. And also Junko in the Vars. He comes here as a last start Group 1 winner over 2400.
Yeah, he certainly does. Obviously needs no introduction. Andre Fabre and obviously Patrice Cotier training Horizon Doré, who will have his first runner at the meeting. I think overall just a lovely week to be a part of, and obviously seeing some of these Japanese horses out on the track now, and those that we have seen work already, they've looked to have all been quite impressive.
Well, I just spoke to the 4 riders that went back into the barn just then. They were all very happy. Prognosis did an exceptionally good piece of work. Wasn't asked to do much, but when he lengthened out, he went really well. Geraldina, the daughter of Gentle Donna, she's been here before, so it's new to her. She worked well. Namur, she had a lovely piece of work, and of course Mad Cool, the grey in the sprint, he also finished off. Taken with Highfield Princess, she wasn't out to do much, but certainly when she was asked to stretch her legs in the straight, she did a lovely piece of work with her track rider Luca Senna. So everyone's in good form, happy and healthy, and we've just got to get through to the races on Sunday and enjoy tonight with the International Jockeys Championship at Happy Valley being such a highlight.